What's going on, Soul Nation? Ginger Prime here, and today we're diving into what you need to know about Torchlight 3's early access, as well as I'm going to share my impressions of early access and the game itself in the second part of this video. For the first part, or if you're just curious, you can always check the playhead or the description of this video to be able to jump to any specific section. But without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into what you need to know, because this game is pretty cool, but there's still some catches, and I want to make sure you have all the information before you decide to jump into early access. So first things first, there are definitely bugs when it comes to early access, and if you're somebody who is concerned about that, if you're concerned about being able to play, I would hold off at least for a couple of days, if not a week or more, until it smooths itself out and they're able to kind of work out all of these kinks. That's the trade for the $30, obviously the discounted price. So as far as it goes, on the page, here's what you need to know about the game and about early access. They say the reason why, obviously, early access is the community is extremely important, but in a sense, we are kind of paying to beta test the game. That's the relationship of an early access release, so just keep that in mind. Now, when is this game going to be released? How long is early access going to go? And since they don't have a specific early access date, you're going to have to at least wait a few months or more. This could easily put us into September, October, time frame. Ultimately, we'll have to wait and see, but we'll keep you informed here on Ginger Prime as that kind of fleshes itself out. So how is early access going to differ from the full release of the game? So the full release is actually going to contain the complete Act 3. That actually will also be released eventually into early access to be tested by the community. Now, a new, not yet announced endgame experience is also going to be released during early access so that it can be thoroughly tested by the community before it's included into the full version. The full version will also contain the ability to play the game in single player mode, which will not require an internet connection. So currently, if you're considering early access, it is required that you're online. You're not going to be able to play this game solo. So what is the current state of early access? From my perspective, it's a little broken, but that's to be expected. There's actually a massive rush, and the team has been kind of adjusting and to the problems at hand. I've been able to play pretty successfully, and then there's been times where I've tried to create a new character, and it's not been successful. So hopefully soon I'll be able to actually give you guys my impressions and deep dives into each character, because they are very unique, but so far I've only been able to spend time with two of them, and that's the Railmaster and the Dusk Mage, both of which are impressive. Although the Railmaster did have me a little bit, wasn't my flavor of tea. We'll talk about more of that into my impressions of the game itself. So anyway, early access is going to begin with 4 playable classes and 2 complete acts. Dozens of quests. Player created their custom fort feature, which is kind of what they've been showing off, especially since the Frontier version. If you aren't aware, this is a full version. It was originally planned as an MMORPG, and you could still get the MMORPG kind of feel to it in the sense that you see people running around the map. Anyway, more of my impressions later. I apologize. Early access is only available in multiplayer mode, and players are going to be able to group up into 4 and share certain public spaces in the game, like towns, and up to 40 players are going to exist in each instance that you can see. During early access, they're going to unlock additional content, including the entirety of Act 3 that we covered, and a new endgame experience, and other quality of life updates and features improvements. There are some known bugs, but most of the reported issues currently do not prevent playing the game, and it will be a part of what they will focus in on fixing in early access. So what is the ESRB for this game? What is it rated? Is it family friendly? Currently it's rated teen, and in the game you can actually turn off blood. They give a couple of different settings. Some of them currently for me weren't working, like name tags and plates and things like that, but I'm sure that as a part of this relationship, it is going to be fixed. Here's what you absolutely need to know and be aware of before deciding to jump in. There is going to be a wipe. Your character and characters that you play now will start over from scratch when the game is released. You won't have to purchase the game again, so the game will be priced differently in the full release of it, but you're not going to have to buy it. So if you buy it for $30, you have the full release of the game when it eventually releases later this year. How are they actually planning to involve the community in the development process? So their team is actually dedicated to involving the community through early access and beyond, and the community has already been critical during their closed beta process as they continue to improve the activities in the game currently. And they're planning on like Twitch streams like on Fridays and more. They have a Discord, which I'll try to include a link in the description below if you're curious about all that information. All right, so that's all the information that you hopefully need to know. If you have any questions, sound off in the comments below. I'll try my best to answer them in an upcoming video. Speaking of upcoming videos, I do want to thank Legendary Mike for supporting the channel by hitting that join button. I do have a new member-only video that is focused to our members, and that's going to be released to all members coming soon. Those are more personal, so people can ask any kind of questions, and I'm going to put together a video for them, and that's what's coming soon. So thank you, Mike, for supporting the channel. And right now, we're actually only 2 more members away from our next emote unlock, so thank you guys. That helps out and makes the streams a little bit more engaging. You can join if you're interested. It's not required for just $1. I wanted to keep it very low bar of entry. But anyway, if you consider joining, or if you're just watching this video, it means the world to me. Thank you very much. So let's go ahead and dive into my impressions. And if you're not interested in what I think about the game so far, thanks for hanging out in this video, and I will see you hopefully next time. And yeah, let's go and talk about the game. So first and foremost, I got disconnected. I wasn't able to play all the classes at this point, and the fact that it's just on PC right now and supports controller is choice. Eventually, my hope for the Torchlight 3 is to see it multi-platform, cross-play enabled. That's going to make this game go from like an 8 to a 10 in my book. Now, don't take that 8 as a review score. This is early access. It's not fair to the developers. I don't know why I said developers that way, that we score in this regard. So I'm just telling you, fundamentally, I've enjoyed my experience when it's working, as most games would. If you factor out all like the errors and the disconnects, and just kind of the learning of how to connect with one another. When it works great, and it's just a ton of fun. I am a fan of action RPGs. If you're not, I'd be curious as to why you're watching this video in the first place. No judgment, but just hands down, I'm inclined. This is the kind of game that I really enjoy playing, especially ones that I can play with you guys in the community, anybody on my friends list, etc. I do hope to see this on other platforms. The fact is it just is going to be, it could be this really epic game, and the more games like this, especially a game like this that I can play around my kids, Minecraft Dungeons is another classic example of that. I think crossplay is pivotal to the success of these style of games. There's no reason to progress on other characters on different platforms over and over again. It's really about that loot focus, that community focus, and yeah, I cannot praise it enough. So starting it off, and this is just kind of where I laugh, doing the Railmaster, I like picking the class was a bit strange. And then it obviously gives you the opportunity to pick a pet, and that was awesome. Like I think the 3 pets, the starting pets, outshine already the selection of classes. And I'm going to give you guys more thoughts on the individual classes in upcoming videos, but I want to spend plenty of time with them before I start weighing in on like what my preference is. But so far with the Railmaster and the Dust Mage, really enjoyed them both. I still thought that when the options for the pets, they look great, they play great, and the fact that you are going to unlock new pets as you just beat bosses and stuff like that is incredible. Like, yes, please, more to collect, but the pets have a use. You can do different things with them. They're going to put out damage. So loving it, like absolutely thinking that's an incredible system in and of itself. The skill trees seem like, obviously I'm only level 5. They seem like, when I look at Minecraft Dungeons, I feel like I have a little bit more flexibility already right from the start. But the gear in and of itself with the perks and the legendaries and how it's all, that kind of offsets that. You got more slots, so you can end up creating more eccentric builds down the road. So there's still going to be a gap in time in terms of where that real creative freedom and power fantasy comes into play. Obviously later on in this game, I'm sure that's currently also being balanced and worked out. The gameplay feels great on the controller. I know I was trying to move my skills around. Personally, I miss a dodge. It's so weird to say. I felt like the game would benefit overall from a dodge. Some people were saying that there is one and it has to be unlocked. Maybe that's by specific class. I'm not 100% sure right now, and I apologize for not having that information. This is more of a impressions and the thoughts rather than like a facts video. But I thought that would have been beneficial. I thought a role, and that's because Minecraft and other games, even Diablo, has taught me to have that as kind of a part of my assets. It felt like I could get easily trapped in while playing with others, especially if I get surrounded by my enemies. But I did love the boss designs. I think the world has a lot to offer in terms of like its art direction. I feel very immersed. I love the color. I love how it feels. It's fun to run around. Everything is new. Obviously, it'll be interesting to see how this feels in 10 weeks, 20 weeks, like when it's like, yep, that's how it looks. But I love the characterization. I love, like, everything feels very expressive, but I would have preferred, especially in its boss design, the ability to get away from the boss at certain points much faster than I currently have. Felt like the bosses were, some especially, were more agile. They had a little bit more movement to them. And so I kind of was playing a little bit of, like, you know, chicken in a way of trying to run around them and get behind them at certain points so I wouldn't be getting devastated overall. Didn't feel too difficult playing on normal. I know I've heard people saying that they kept dying in different conversations I've had with others that have been playing with it. And obviously playing with friends is a much better experience, hands down, every time. So let's see here. Like I said, I love the pets. I'm absolutely going to keep playing this game. I'm hoping that they work out the connection issues, and so I can just hop in most of its more balance changes and feature additions as a part of an early access. So hopefully they're able to discover what's causing these root issues that I was experiencing. Now, depending on when you're watching this video, if it's a week from now, maybe check back. I'll try to give some kind of update, either, you know, in the community page or on Discord, things like that. Depends on if it's requiring a video at that point. But I do want to keep you guys up to date on if it continues to have issues, because it's fun. And like, my litmus test is weird. The fact that I can sit down and play it on a controller, huge plus in my book. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to keep playing. And if you guys have questions about it, I'm really curious. Let me know what you're thinking, what you're feeling, especially about Torchlight, especially about its evolution in design from kind of the MMORPG to Torchlight 3 being kind of a numbered game. I think that's important. For me, there's a sense that I get having played Lost Ark, which is an isometric MMORPG action RPG, and this one, if I was given between the two today, I would take this one hands down. But then I have a deeper connection to Torchlight overall, having played like the first two, and now finally the third one. So ultimately, that's kind of my thoughts. I did get a weird achievement of killing a million mobs, so maybe the achievements are a little bit broke, but I told people, like, of course I've killed a million mobs in this game. Only level 5, I already killed a million. It is what it is. So just keep in mind, they're definitely working out the kinks, and I'm really happy to have unlocked that achievement. It looks like 60% of people have. So maybe it's not that big of an achievement. Maybe we're going to be killing billions of mobs. I don't know. It's going to be fun. Anyway, guys, I just want to say thanks so much for watching. If you feel like I've earned your sub, and I do hope that you hit that subscribe button. If you do, just let me know in the comments below, just like James did, saying all the leveling guides I've watched has been the best laid out, easy to follow, and in-depth, and not hard to comprehend. You got a sub for me. And then it's Zarg who writes, yeah, you earned a sub, smiley face. So James and Azarg, thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button and joining the Soul Nation. If I butchered your names, I apologize, but that is essentially the relationship and nature that you're getting in with me. I am going to mispronounce things, and I do apologize. I'm not doing it on purpose, I swear. It's just a quirk that I have. Anyway, guys, that wraps it up for me. I hope you guys are having a great day. I look forward to hearing from you. Look forward to hearing your thoughts about Torchlight 3, as well as any and all ARPGs out there in the world. Very much excited about what the future is going to hold. It should be a pretty fun year in terms of games. But like I said, my name's Brian. This is Ginger Prime. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in my next video. Till then, take care. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. This video is sponsored by me. If you guys like podcasts and long-form content, I hope you check out Ginger Gaming Radio. Link will be in the description of this video below. So if you're still watching this video, thank you, and check out the new channel for more content, and hopefully you enjoy. Thank you.